হ্যালো গাইস, আজকে আমরা আবার একটা ইউটিউবের ভিডিও দেখব। সো আমার মনে পড়ে আমরা লাস্টে ইউফোরিক ব্রাদার্সের মনে হয় মিউজিক ভিডিওটা দেখছিলাম, অ্যামনেসিয়া। সো আজকে অন্য কিছু দেখব। ইউফোরিক ব্রাদার্স চ্যানেলে ঢুকবো, ভিডিওস। ওয়েট আ মিনিট, ও না, এটা 2 মাস আগের। আজকে আমরা দেখব এই বাকি 3টা ভিডিও, নতুন 3টা ভিডিও আছে। তো প্রথমে এত তাড়াতাড়ি চলে আসলো। সো এই ভিডিওটা অনেক কম সময়ের ছিল, মাত্র 22 সেকেন্ড। সো এবার আমরা দেখব এর পরেরটা। এখন জানবেন 8 অ্যান্টি ডেভিল অফিসিয়াল ট্রেলার। অ্যাপলের কি ছিল? এটা কি? ও, এটা মনে হয় দ্য অ্যাবোমিনেশন, নতুন ক্যারেক্টার। সো এবার আমরা দেখবো দ্য সিক্রেটস অফ ফ্লাম্বো। এইটা আমি
intended to play after Flumbo grabs you and jumps off syringe. The iconic family mural of Ban Ban's kindergarten is the spirit of the facility. At first glance, it might seem that the family mural showcases 6 different characters. But what if I told you that there are actually 7? A blue creature that looks eerily similar to the red band better by his public name, Flumbo. That's right! This one is actually Flumbo. And longtime viewers of the Ban Ban Chronicles might recognize each have their own DB, tycoon of Ban Ban cast. The main storyline of Garden of Ban Ban Anti-Devil revolved around the intense rivalry between Ban Ban and Flumbo. 2 characters that, while physically very similar, differ significantly on every other scale. But what if I told you that the physical differences between Ban Ban and Flumbo were originally much more significant than what they ended up being? You see, but yet would be similar, what's commonly thought of as the opposite color of red. Then, seeing how similar Ban Ban looked to an anthropomorphic cat, it was decided that the character should be a dog, given that dogs are often thought of as the enemies of cats. And just like that, the first design of Flumbo was created, a blue dog version of the red Ban Ban we know and love. What's on screen right now is seriously what Flumbo was going to look like as saved in the project files, not some interpretation created later based on some loose description. He had the same physique as Ban Ban, as well as his iconic smile and tongue. Did anyone else ever feel like Ban Ban should be talking like this the whole time? Well, that good. Although his party hat had a color scheme of white, blue, green, and yellow, whereas the original Ban Ban's hats are light blue, white, gold, and dark pink. However, after the design was finished, it really felt like it shifted too far from Ban Ban's original design, which was not the goal. And so the character was restored back to being a cat, banishing Dog Ban into the dark realm of unused character designs. And for a while, Flumbo accessories were tested on him to see Flumbo at one point. Superheroes! And that's exactly what Flumbo was originally going to look like. A superhero! He had 2 yellow gloves, 2 yellow boots, a wider smile than the red Ban Ban, a yellow beard, and yellow eyebrows. But fact, he once again started to look a little too different from Ban Ban. So his boots were taken away, and then eventually his gloves too, leaving Flumbo the way we know him today. Naked. What do you think of these previous designs? Let us know in the comments below. Not you, dog. Much like all of the other characters, Flumbo too has unused voice line. This laugh was intended to play after Flumbo grabs you and jumps off Syringin's balcony with you. Because at this particular scene, Flumbo still thinks you're playing hide and seek. As far as he knew, this was all a game. This laugh was taken out so far into development of Garten of Ban Ban Anti-Devil that there's versions of it in every language that dubbing is available in. So English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Russian. This is noticeable in the game files where many of Ban Ban's assets have Flumbo in the name, not Ban Ban. The entire game itself was originally going to be called Flumbo and Friends, not Garten of Ban Ban. But of course, you know by now, things took a very different course. Ban Ban became Ban Ban, not Flumbo, and Garten of Ban Ban became Garten of Ban Ban instead of Flumbo and Friends. Though there's still a little Easter egg to it in Garten of Ban Ban 7, where the same Flumbo would be later reused and given to a familiar character that would debut very briefly in the franchise's 7th entry and late version of Ban Ban, Legend, who also voiced characters in some of the Euphoric Brothers' older games. And also, as another fun little fact, there's a 9 a.m. clock icon for the Flumbo clock that never appears in the game. In fact, every clock icon that has ever appeared in the franchise has a 9 a.m. variant that's never used. This is because the clock starts at 10 a.m. and stops at 3 p.m. But what if I told you that these aren't the only things related to Flumbo that were scrapped or unused? Flumbo's introduction in Garten of Ban Ban Anti-Devil took perhaps the most amount of time to write and perfect, with many sequences originally planned to play out very differently from how they ended up being. In the many original scripts, as well as the final script, the plot is relatively the same up until the point where you open Flumbo's closet for the very first time. Although the prison sequence was a lot crazier originally, but that we'll discuss in future episodes of Ban Ban Chronicles. In the final version of the script, you approach the closet as normal, only to find Ban Ban already there right before he was going to open it to let Flumbo out. Ban Ban then greets you and explains afterwards that he was sent there to bring someone that was in the closet. However, as soon as he opens the closet slightly, Flumbo would sprint out and run away from both you and Ban Ban. He tells you to follow him into the Garten of Ban Ban 0 area, where he tells you that the person he's looking for thinks he's still playing hide and seek, and that he must be somewhere in the area. You then play a short game with Ban Ban where you try to find Flumbo in the Garten of Ban Ban 0 area, which Flumbo eventually loses when you both catch him. You'd then all board the train together like the final script, but the events that happen inside were also changed. Instead of being shocked that Syringin wants to hunt you down, Ban Ban was originally meant to already know that. And that on the train, he'd call Syringin via a walkie-talkie, telling him he's got Flumbo, but not the human. He'd tell you that Syringin has everyone under control using shock collars placed around their necks, including the Givanium citizens. He'd tell you that the machine that allows him to shock the collars of anyone in the facility himself can't go back with it. Back door. Sound familiar? The player would then be dropped off at the old clinic and then have to make their way through, similar to the final version of the script. Although the sequence of the old clinic itself, too, was also changed quite a bit, but that's for another video. The player would make their way into the tower, up the elevator, plant the chip where Ban Ban wanted it, and then enter Syringin's office to find Flumbo strapped to a bed. Once again, similar to the final version of the script. Flumbo is freed, Syringin discovers that Flumbo is freed, then Flumbo grabs you and you both jump off the balcony together to find yourself awakening in the Givanium village. Cher in this episode was meant to appear in Garten of Ban Ban Anti-Devil and play a major role, but never did, as to save his reappearance for a later game. Or the fact that the remote was not originally meant to shoot electricity and instead do something completely different, but just as cool. But wait, what's that cute little Ban plushie doing here? Stay tuned for the next episode of the Ban Chronicles.
সো এই ভিডিওগুলো দেখলাম, মোটামুটি ভালো ছিল। দেখি পোস্টে কিছু দিছে কিনা। ও ইয়েস, আই ডোন্ট লুজ, আই ভ্যানিশ। এই কথাটা ফ্লাম্বয়ের আমার অনেক ভালো লাগে। কই জানি একটা ছিল, এই যে আই ডোন্ট লুজ, আই ভ্যানিশ। ও সেপ্টেম্বর, এত দিন আগে, আমার তো মনে পড়ে না এতদিন। সো গাইজ, আজকের মতো এইটুকুই। বাই বাই।